Good morning, Mocha's Cafe de Paris family. Thank you for stopping by. I actually wanted to share a brief word with each and every one of you. I know normally when I do my topics or what I would like to call recipes, that I'm usually, giving you a subject or a topic about life, about relationships, about different issues and things of that nature. But this morning, I actually just wanted to give you guys a word of encouragement because I don't know, God just placed something on my heart this morning. I just felt like somebody needed to hear it. And if it may not be for you, it may be for a friend or somebody who might need this word this morning. So I just actually wanted to just share a positive word with y'all this morning. And the inspiration behind this word actually comes from Isaiah chapter 66, the ninth verse. Verse goes as follows: I will not cause pain without allowing something new to be born, says the Lord. The reason why I felt it was imperative to share this word because I know that I often, when it comes to pain, pain is something that a lot of us want to try to avoid. A lot of us don't like to deal with pain because pain, it brings you to reality. Pain will bring you truth. Pain is an eye opener, and pain has a way of teaching you in ways that other people can't teach you. So it's very necessary that we have pain. And the reason for that because pain is what teaches us. It is what grows us. And that is why today's message is called Pain is Your Best Friend. Now keep in mind what I mean by pain is your best friend. All of us have best friends. Well, some of us do anyway. A best friend is somebody who will keep it real with you. It's supposed to be anyway. Best friend usually keeps it real with you. Best friend uh wants the best for you. Even though your best friend may come at you kind of harsh, may come at you from a place that's below the belt, but that is what a best friend is there for. Your best friend is there to support you. Your best friend is to have your back. Your best friend has your best interests at heart, even if it means coming at you with a harsh delivery. And that's basically how pain operates. Pain is really your best friend if you think about it. If you really look back in your life, all of the bad things that you have ever experienced, the bad things that you have ever gone through, you learned something. Even though it was painful, even though it may have been embarrassing, even though it may have been a very harsh reality, but pain is actually one of the best things that could ever happen to you because pain will open your eyes to so many things. When you've been burnt in a way you've never been burnt before, it really changes your outlook on life. It makes you realize that everything is not all peaches and cream. That everything is not fantasy land. Pain also will keep you from being in denial. Because when pain hits your front door and knocks on your front door and it hits you hard and it hits you close to home, it's something you cannot ignore. Pain is going to make you deal with your issues. Something happens to you strong enough, or something happens to you severe enough that really impacts you as a person, as a man, and as a woman, it will change you in a way where you never even imagined. Pain is the best thing that can happen because what pain does is it teaches you a lot about yourself. You would not be the person you are today. You would not be the man or the woman you are today had you not experienced getting your heart broken, had you not experienced rejection, had you not experienced being mistreated. Pain teaches you. It strengthens you. Pain is what you need because a lot of us are so stubborn in our own way and we swear we got everything together. So, a lot of us, we don't listen from other people. Very rarely, even if somebody has our best interests at heart and tries to prepare us for the real world and tries to kick us some knowledge, tries to give us some wisdom, we disregard things like that until you go through pain. If you think about it, most of the time, you are more reluctant to receiving a word when you have experienced a certain amount of pain. That is when you are more humble. That is when you are more willingly to listen, when you're more willingly to hear a good word, because you know what, your heart is yearning for that word. Your heart is yearning to learn, to receive the knowledge, because that's what pain does. Pain will have you reaching to be taught. Pain will put you on a whole nother level to where you will look for wisdom. Pain will make you look for wisdom more than more than you look for gold. That's how deep pain can get. And a lot of us need to go through pain because a lot of us we won't learn any other way until we get burned. A lot of us won't learn until we get burned. So be grateful that you have pain. If it wasn't for pain, you wouldn't know all of what you know now. You wouldn't be as wise as you are now. You wouldn't be as strong as you are now. Okay, so what? That girlfriend that you love so much, or that wife that you married. Marriage didn't work out. Relationship didn't work out. But you got to be honest. Even though it was a very painful experience, same thing for you ladies. That man, that boyfriend that you were so crazy about, or that husband that you were so in love with, and it just didn't work out. If you think about it, really look back. As painful and embarrassing and hurtful as that was the best thing that could have happened to you. Because you know what? It taught you. You learned something out of that situation. If you didn't learn a whole lot, you learned something. You learned to be more careful who you get involved with. You learn to be more careful who you give your heart to. And you learn that everybody don't always have your best interests at heart. And what did it take for that? What did it take for you to have to learn that? It took you to have to get your heart broken for you to have learned it. And it actually, pain is your protector. It will make you think twice. And in many cases, even 3 and 4 times before get your put your heart out there and get your heart dead set on something. Pain is your protector. Pain will make you think twice. Pain will make you say, wait a minute now. Remember last time when you put yourself out there? See, that is what I love about pain. Pain is going to keep it real with you. Pain ain't going to cut no corners. Pain ain't going to dress it up. When it comes to pain and you've been stung like you've never been stung before, it will stretch your eyes so wide open, you would never be able to lie to yourself again. You would never be able to pretend again. Thank God for pain because all of your painful experiences is what made you grow the hell up. It wasn't your money, it wasn't your fame, it wasn't your popularity. Pain is what has the majority of us has infected us to the point to where we had to grow up. Thank God for pain. Thank God for trial and tribulations. Thank God for struggles. Appreciate it while you're in it because what happens is what pain does, pain makes you appreciate the good things. Because when you do get blessed or something does work out, you're going to remember that moment in time when things went wrong, when things went whack, when you had endured that one painful experience. When you finally get blessed, you're going to appreciate it. And the only reason you're going to appreciate it is because of the pain that you have gone through. It's like a lot of people who say, well, I want to be happy. Well, why? Well, how would you know what happiness is if you've never been miserable? Or people who say, I want to be healed. I want to be well. Okay, well, how would you know what being healed and what being well is if you've never been sick? Too often, a lot of us want to be blessed, but we don't want to go through the burdens, not understanding that blessings and burdens go hand to hand. And in words of Pastor Jakes, for every blessing there's a burden. For every burden there's a blessing. Realize that both come hand in hand. You're not going to get one without the other. For every good time, there's going to be a bad time. For every great moment, you're going to have a bad moment. For every blessing, there's going to be some tragedies. There's going to be some calamities. You're not exempt from going through. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter if you're black. It doesn't matter if you're white. It doesn't matter if you're college educated, if you live in a project, or if you live in a condo. None of us are exempt from going through pain. And that is another thing I like about pain. Pain does not discriminate. Don't let people fool you based on what they drive and based on where they live, based on what they're wearing. Everybody at some point in time has experienced some amount of pain. It's people that's sitting in your presence right now in pain. Okay. It's people on your job in pain. It's people in your church in pain. It's people in your own household in pain. Okay. It's family you go around when you visit them doing cookouts and you visit them doing family functions and you figure they're doing so well because they got a new home, they got a new car. And here it is, you still got your same beat up car. Here it is, you still got your old raggedy house and you feeling like you haven't accomplished anything. You will be surprised how a lot of people will play the part in front of you and act like they got it together. And behind closed doors, they just as miserable as a dog who ain't ate in 20 days. Okay. So a lot of people have learned how to put on a mask. A lot of people have learned how to bury their pain behind their materialistic things or behind their image. But in the meantime, in between time, when no one is around, you're miserable. They're in pain. They're feeling like, they're in hostage. And if you're not careful, a lot of us, if you don't learn how to allow your pain to make you grow, pain will actually keep you hostage. Pain will have you going around here hating the world, make you bitter, make you resentful. Pain, if you're the kind of person you will allow pain to consume you, pain will eat you up like cancer. It will kill you slowly but surely every day. That's why it's important that whatever grudges you have against somebody, whoever you haven't forgiven, you better find a way to get that hate from out your system. And you better get out your system quick because life is short. Okay. You don't want to live your last day on this earth hating somebody or still being angry with somebody. It is not a good thing to be harboring pain. And this is something that women, we definitely struggle with more than anything. Now, this isn't to say that men don't deal with their pain because men, you have some men that harbor a lot of pain too, and it go both ways. You have men and women, in that are walking around here, taking that anger out and basically allowing their anger to make other people contagious around them to the point where people who come in their presence become as bitter as they are, become as angry as they are, because anger is toxic and it rubs off on other people. You cannot allow your pain to make you so angry to the point where people don't want to be in your presence. Or as soon as people come around you who are spiritually inclined, they could spiritually feel your heaviness because all this anger you have allowed to build in you based on the pain you have gone through. Thank God again. Thank God for your pain. Because again, pain is going to keep it real with you. Pain is not going to lie to you. Okay. And that is why it is very important that when you go through pain, you learn something from it. The thing is, you don't go through hell to keep going through hell. You go through hell so you can learn from it and not have to go through it anymore. A lot of us, we hold our own selves hostage to pain because we do not learn from being burnt. We don't learn from being burnt. We put ourselves right back in the same exact situation. We will still take the same chances we've been taking before. We don't learn anything. And that is the worst thing you can do, is allow yourself to mentally and spiritually be distraught and go through something heavy, then to turn around a week or so later, or a couple of months later, and put yourself right back in the same situation. Gain from your pain. Gain a lesson. And sometimes in pain, you can gain a blessing too now. Don't always think your blessings come from wonderful situations. Blessings come out of pain as well. And sometimes God will inflict pain on you. So when you do get blessed, you will not jeopardize it. You will learn to appreciate it because you're going to look back at that moment in time and remember the pain you was in when and when you didn't have that blessing. So sometimes God has to bring pain, has to bring trials and tribulations to keep us in check, because let's keep it real now. Some of us, when we have it going on for too long and things go good for a long time, as long as you got money in your pockets, as long as everything is going smooth sailing and everything's going great and everything's going hunky dory, a lot of us a lot of us, we don't look for God. We don't pray. We don't seek him. As long as things are going our way, as long as everything going gravy train, as long as we got money in our pockets, refrigerator full of food, we on vacation, we kicking and chilling, everything going great. We don't need nobody as long as things are going great. But when your back is against the wall and you in a heavy situation, the first thing you do is you start seeking God, because you already know now you don't have a choice. And sometimes God has to allow that, because some of us get too big for ourselves. We get beside ourselves. When things go right for too long and we have our way for a while, we start smelling ourselves. We act like we better than other folks. We act like we better than God. We act like we better than those who we used to be in a struggle with. Okay, so sometimes the pain has to be inflicted to make you humble, to bring you down, so you don't forget where the heck you come from. So thank God for pain, because sometimes infliction is conviction. It would keep you humble. It would keep you in check. Okay. So whatever trials, whatever tribulations you are battling that's challenging you, keep in mind, all of it is to grow you. All of it is to spiritually and mentally prepare you. And also keep in mind that pain brings preparation. Pain is just preparation, meaning that whatever you're going through right now, you're going to need it for where God is getting ready to take you. Okay, right now you had to get betrayed by friends, you had to get betrayed by family, you had to experience that. And the reason you had to experience that is because where you're getting ready to go, you cannot go with that same mentality. You cannot go with that same state of mind, because sometimes when God is getting ready to do big things, he can't take you to the next dimension if you still have that same mediocre mentality. So sometimes God got to up the ante. He's going to allow people to act up on you. He's going to allow people to disappoint you. He's going to allow you to lose out on opportunities. And you're probably thinking, why the hell is all this going wrong? Why all of a sudden everything was going great? Everything was going good. I thought I had it together. Why is this person acting up? Why is my friends tripping? Why is my family tripping? Why is everybody who started out supporting me, why they all of a sudden changing on me? Because what God is getting ready to send you, they cannot be there with you. They're going to sabotage what God has in store. So guess what? He had to allow them to act up right here and now, because he has big and better plans. He don't want to take them with you. He don't want you to take them with you, because he knows when he's getting ready to bless you, they're going to jeopardize your blessing. They're going to be throwing shade. They're going to try to let their evil deeds intervene and what God has in store for you. So don't be upset when people start acting up, because a lot of times God will allow it because he has something bigger and better. Let me tell y'all something. Just because somebody start off in a race with you, it don't mean they're going to end up crossing that finish line with you. Okay? Realize that people in life will drop off at some point. They may start off and go on the roller coaster ride with you, but at some point, when that roller coaster ride comes to an end, they may not be able to finish out that ride with you, because God only allows people to be in your life for a season. Some people come as a lesson. Some people come as a blessing. And although it may seem painful right now, and you may feel betrayed right now, and you may be hurt right now because you thought that person had your best interests at heart, but God is going to show you later why he did not allow that person to continue out that journey with you. You know, everybody, sometimes we try to give people permanent residences in our life who God has only designed for them to be there temporarily. You know, we be trying to build houses with people when God only wants us to build tents with people, okay? Start making these temporary folks permanent in your life, all right? Unless you've already prayed about it and God has given you the word that that person is meant to be there. You don't need to be trying to force somebody to be there longer than what God has designed them to be. Because sometimes you block your own blessings when you allow people to have a position in your life for too long that they should have been lost that entitlement to. So be careful giving people permanent vacancies in your life, okay? If God didn't assign it, okay? And it's another thing. Before you make any decisions, you make sure you pray about it and you seek his word. You seek wisdom from him. There's too many of us that's stepping out and doing things our way, and then when it goes wrong, now we want to seek a word from him. Now we want to seek advice from him. A lot of things could be avoided if we learn to put God first and get his word and get his counsel first before we go and do what the heck we want to do versus doing what the heck we want to do first. Then when it goes wrong, now we're willing to submit and listen to what the word has to say, okay? But I thought it was very imperative, y'all. I just got up in the spirit, just hit me this morning. Somebody is in pain. Whatever pain you're going through, embrace it. Embrace that pain because you're going to look back and you're going to remember this moment in time and this particular situation you're going through right now. All it is just a preparation. It's just to prepare you for the next blessing that God has in store, okay? So, on that note, I know I went a little spiritual this morning, but whatever God puts on my heart, I had to share it. Just keep in mind that pain is your best friend. It's okay to lose. It's okay to miss out on a few things. It's okay to be betrayed. It's okay for people to disappoint you, because keep in mind, you are human yourself. You have disappointed other people. So just realize that God is allowing all of this to prepare you for the next level. So embrace it, learn from it, grow from it. On that note, it is your girl, Lady Mocha, and I just want to share a word with you on that. Pain is definitely your best friend. Learn to appreciate pain, okay, y'all? On that note, I will be uploading very soon, but I just want to share this word with all of my subscribers out there, because I have a lot of love for you guys, and you ladies. So when it comes to God putting the word in my heart, I'm going to share it with whoever I feel needs it, okay? On that note, y'all have a wonderful and blessed day, and thank y'all for viewing in at Cafe de Paris. And y'all have a wonderful and blessed day.